Hey, it's Parker. Um, my coming out story is kind of, fun. My mom and my dad and I were sitting at a pizza parlor and just kind of eating dinner like a normal people. And my dad kind of realized I was kind of stressed because I was kind of contemplating coming out, not coming out, I don't know. I'm trying to give them time and give me time and figure out the right timing. And I'm really bad with timing. It's just, I don't know. I like living. I don't really like thinking. It's kind of a problem sometimes, but that's okay. Um, so I was kind of texting, not paying attention because they're always talking about work. And so my dad realized I was stressed. He thinks it's because there's no queer people in my family, and so he just kind of comes out and says he's like there are two lesbians in our family, and so I'm texting, I'm not paying any attention to what's going on, and so I'm thinking in my head, oh well, so lesbians are shunned in our family. Apparently, all queer people are shunned in our family. Good thing I'm not a lesbian, though. And so then my mom goes, "Oh, okay, good." Um, my dad kind of picks up that there's still something going on there, and so he's like, "So what are you?" And he just kind of stares at me for a while, and so I had no idea this was gonna happen in public at this pizza place, so I don't even know where to start. I'm just like, I identify with being a man. Great, have some pizza, man. Kind of confusing, whatever. Um, so they were just, they didn't know what to do. Who would know what to do? I wouldn't, I wouldn't know what to do, but I don't know. You can't really expect much, really. It's been, I think, about 2 months since that happened, and we haven't talked about it at all. But right after I told them that I identify with being a man, that I I go by male pronouns. I have like a male name, which they were surprised that people called me by it and responded to the pronoun change and the name change and basically everything like that. They were like, your friends are supportive of this, like your friends, the people who like you. So I think once they started to realize that it's not as bad, I guess, as they think, because I don't think it's bad at all. Um, but what was I just talking about? Oh no. Oh yeah. So we haven't talked about anything since then. But right after I came out, right after I told them that I identify with being a man, my mom, right to the birth name, full name, something that I've never gone by ever. I've always had it's kind of like a gender neutral nickname my entire life. I've always been called a guy, called a girl everywhere. It's always been like a conversation starter, I guess. When I was younger, and then so she just kind of pulls it out, and she's like using it left and right, and she doesn't understand how much it's hurting me. Um, and I think I told her once. I was like, it really hurts me when you're using that full name you never used it before. Why are you using it now? Like, it's weird. And so you never know what's gonna happen. You can kind of just tell your story and hope that it'll be okay. Nothing bad happened with me. It's just everyone has their own sense of dealing with things, and my mom thinks that if she uses my birth name, that I will stay that birth name, and that will always be me. At least that's what I'm playing around in my head, trying to figure out why, and that makes sense. But no, my dad's been fine about it, and by fine about it I mean ignored it completely, but kind of treated me like normal. He does understand that I do want to pursue transitioning, and he does understand that I do want to see a gender therapist, which we're actually talking tomorrow. Have a scheduled meeting time with him tomorrow to talk about why I want to go see a gender therapist, and what I'm looking for and stuff like that. However, his exact words were, "I want to make sure you're going to the right doctor for you and the one who is the safest and the best." My friend and I were trying to decode that. We're trying to figure out what that means. If it means he wants me to go to a doctor that's going to try to talk me out of it, like the anti-abortion clinics, or if he's going to take me somewhere where, it's actually safe and it's actually better. Clearly hoping for the latter. The important thing to remember is that whatever your gender, whatever your sexuality, whatever it may be, fluid, it's solid, it's cis, it's trans, it's not even there at all, it's everything at once, whatever it is, you're still you. You're still the person who grew up in your life, had your experiences, and that's just who you are. It's not, putting a label on something doesn't change what's inside. And it's important to remember that when you're thinking about, coming out and trying to explain it to people, and just, I guess for me, it's important to remember that for me to be able to be happy and be basically just happy. For me, a label has helped me. For some, a label won't help them, and it'll in fact make things worse. Everything is personal in my mind. I think everything is just personal, and just remember that. All right. But yeah, that's my coming out story. A little long, a little adventure there. Transadventure. Look at that. See what I did there? Okay. I guess I'll see you guys next week.